So we're on the 18th of January. We've got a long way to go until our first matches of the episode. But this piece of news has just popped up, and this is absolutely insane to me. First of all, Daniel Everson is 30 years old and has just signed for Southampton for £34.5 million, which, as a Southampton fan, that's nuts money. We also get £530,000 from it. Is he a £30 million goalkeeper? I don't think he is. Are Southampton doing really well? Was that why they've managed to sign him? No, mid-table in the Premier League. I don't get it, but I'm happy we've got a bit of money back from that. Also, while we are here, we've got a couple of transfer business to talk about. Collins Dladla has left. He has not gone to Dortmund like most of our other players. He's gone to Inter Milan for about, I think it's potentially up to £3.5 million with a 50% sell-on. We've loaned him back for the rest of the season because he's useful to have. He didn't really play for us, but he's useful to have in our squad. It kind of sucks, but also we've got a bit more money. We have also signed Oliver Sorensen, who I mentioned in the last episode. Probably not going to play a huge amount of football, but he's Danish. That's kind of the main reason. And this player turned up through one of my scouts, I think, and they said, yeah, you should sign him, and I saw he was available on a free transfer, so we brought in Blaz Gercic, who is a 19-year-old Croatian left-back. I think is primarily where he can play, although he is two-footed, and he's very angry. He's got 16 aggression and 18 bravery. And he's got 16 balance. I'm not sure whether that's relevant. But that's the business we have done so far. We've also managed to loan out a couple of players. Ramirez and Valentine have gone out on loan. But yeah, there's still potentially going to be some more transfer business to do. We don't have a lot of money still. We've got to £250,000 to spend. I don't think we're going to spend it. So I'll be back in a second, maybe transfer deadline day. It is transfer deadline day. In fact, it's the day after transfer deadline day, and we have done some business, most of it leaving the club, and we've brought in a couple more players that we haven't paid any money for. I say most of it leaving the club. Reginaldo's left, gone out on loan. They're paying a little bit of money for him, so that's a bonus. Didn't really play for us so far this season. Also, Povila Zupla, who was currently out on loan at Seduva, he's returned and he's gone out on loan to Velia. So, you know, that's the thing that's happened. Joining the club then, two players. Phil Bishop is an English left winger and left back, signed on loan from our feeder club Barnsley, who've been relegated to League One, who are currently top of League One. The fans, not a fan of this. I've brought him in as a fringe player. I don't know what they're complaining about. He's probably never going to play. And we've also brought in Emil Højlund, who is not the good one. He's his brother. Emil has come in from Copenhagen on a free transfer. He's been there since 2021. But if we have a look, Oscar, Rasmus, and Jasper Sorensen's not a family member. Rasmus is the good one. He's the one that we really want. And I kind of feel bad for Oscar because he's not as good as either of them. He's not terrible, let's be honest. But yeah, we've got Emil Højlund. He's probably not going to play for us. If he does, it's going to be off the bench. And he's currently got a cold. So, you know, that's a thing. And that is pretty much all that's happened throughout our transfer window. League table obviously hasn't changed. We are now going to go forward to the AAB game and the Brøndby game. So we're going to play Salzburg and Dynamo Kiev, off camera obviously, because it's friendlies. Velia, Silkeborg again, and we'll return for the AAB game on the 4th of March. Before we do though, just want to remind you, this is our, I say remind you, just want to show you our youth intake. Excellent intake, C. That doesn't work. You can't have an excellent intake and have a C quality goalkeeper. I think we've got a garbage intake coming in. Right, forward to AAB. 3 more matches have been played, 3 more victories as well under our belt. Beating Velia, beating Silkeborg, and beating Silkeborg once again, this time in the Cup. First leg of the quarterfinals, there's obviously another one to go. Let's play AAB, but before we do that, we have officially qualified for the championship phase because of the 2 wins that we've just had. It means AAB can no longer catch us. Realistically, we're probably finishing 3rd or 4th. I don't think we're going to finish 2nd or 1st. And I mean in the preliminary phase. Not in the championship phase. I feel like we're finishing 5th or 6th. The starting lineup then will be Pitaluga, Mortensen, Olisema, Jr. and Gercic in defence. Gercic is actually quite good. Probably our best left back. Maybe second best. It's going to be Strunk and Madsen in midfield. Pete and Montano on the wings. Meyer and Barisic leading the lines. Bit of news about Barisic. He is joining in the summer on a free transfer because he's out of contract. That is a potentially massive signing. If we can keep Meyer and Barisic for another season, scoring 25 goals between the pair of them, that's going to be useful. So because we have qualified for the championship phase, I don't really think we need to try and win these games. Obviously, we want to try and win these games, but realistically, like I said, we're not going to be finishing in 1st or 2nd place. So any more points we get from this point on is kind of a bonus. We're still kind of, in my head at the very least, in sort of... we're trying to stop ourselves. We're trying to stop ourselves getting relegated. We're in survival mode. Which, realistically, should we be in survival mode? Strunk with a corner for us. Ollie Semmer's there at the back post or the front post. Heads over the bar. I would quite like us to have some shots on target in this match. That'll be nice. And I say match, episode. Gerchic's cross in. Barisic isn't going to win the headed effort. Strunk heads down. Not very well, though. It's now Ollie Semmer. He's going to go for a run forward. Mortensen tries to go around the outside of number 9. Does manage to do so. Possibly Montano's there. His headed effort hits the top of the bar. Goes over. Still 0-0. Still no shots on target for us. Still coming forward, though. Or maybe we're not. Actually, we've lost the ball. It's Oleg for AAB. On the halfway line, Colorado plays it back to Lund Jensen. Ferreira plays it across. They're starting to try and pass their way through us, which is good in a way, because if we can nick it, nice quick counter-attack, or Tim Priester can score. He always seems to score against us. He's really good. I kind of want to buy him, even though I don't want him. I don't know why I started this match saying I kind of want to lose or don't feel the need to win these games. Like, of course we need to win these games. This is ridiculous. Pitaluga with a goal kick. 5 minutes left of the first half. Are we going to go in at half-time on level terms? Montano's got this ball. Gercic goes down the line. No, he doesn't. Plays it back instead to Junior Nduka. Madsen in the middle. He's going to go for a run towards the centre circle. And I don't know where that was going, mate. I have no idea where that was going. Lund Jensen for AAB. What happened there? I mean, I'm still baffled by how we've lost the ball. Barisic has won it back. Montano plays the ball through to Pete. Can he keep it in play? He does. Montano's there. It's easier to score. And it is well defended. We've got ourselves a corner. Strunk is the man to take it. We're going to stick it at the front post. Ollie Semmer's there. Instead, it's actually Matteo Meyer. And Matteo Meyer gets his 14th goal of the season from a corner, which is something he doesn't do particularly often. It's 1-1. That was our first shot on target. That was our first shot on target out of 8 shots. Are we just taking, like, long shots? Just not even trying? I don't know what we're doing. AAB with the ball. We are 4 minutes over the 2 minutes of injury time. I'm not sure where they've come from. Madsen to Meyer. Back to Strunk. Are we going to hit 50 minutes in the first half? Pete controls it well. Loses out. We've nicked it back, though. Madsen to Pete once again. Go for goal, Pete. He tries to dink it into the top corner. Instead, it goes over. And at half-time, it is 1-1. We've started to get back into this game. Maybe you can argue we should be winning this because of that chance earlier from Montano. I've just given them a very good team talk, and I don't know whether it's a good thing. I told them that I'm pleased with dominating possession, which we are dominating the possession. We're not winning the game, though. So I don't think having a higher possession gets you more points. And Duka with a free kick for us towards Meyer, and this time his headed effort goes over the bar. Good news for us. Tim Priester has been substituted off because I assume he's very tired. I don't know. They brought him off. Speaking of doing subs, we probably need to look at doing some because, I mean, fitness concerns are a problem, aren't they? I want to bring Barisic off, but he's the fittest player on the pitch. 3 changes for us. Mossen, Klanak and Markovic coming on. Mortensen, Barisic and Montano are the players to come off. The Barisic sub, I'm not sure about. He's playing badly, but he's got fitness in him. I'm going to have to take off possibly Strunk and possibly Madsen as well at some point. Corner comes in, Pitaluga clears. Pete is there as well to get the ball a little bit further clear. Final 10 minutes. It is Angel. Plays it forward to Essien. Lovely through ball to find links in the middle as Aral. And Aral was surely offside. How was that not even being considered as offside? Am I going crazy? Did he look offside? We're now going to find out. He looked miles offside to me. He's probably played onside by absolutely everybody. I mean, we fell asleep. We're going to lose this game. Because, I mean, judging from the looks of it, our goalkeeper's played badly. He's on a 6.4, now 6.5. Madsen with the ball, loses out. We're in the final minute of injury time. Are we going to nick an equaliser? Klanak across. It's Matteo Meyer. Meyer's scored. The flag's gone up. I think he was offside. We're going to get VAR, and I'm almost certain he's offside. Almost certain. He's not offside. We've just nicked a point from this. Somehow we've nicked a point. We've been good. We've been a very good team in this match. But we've just seemed to concede 2 goals. Matteo Meyer has rescued us a point in the 93rd minute. The full-time whistle goes. We got very lucky. I mean, AAB, in the end, had high XG. But they didn't really do a lot, did they? I mean, apart from scoring 2 goals, obviously. Ignore that. I'm disappointed. We should have won. I'm going to say to my goalkeeper, furious with your performance. Anybody else needs to be shouted at. Barisic as well. Furious with yours. Matteo, your agent, he's a clever man. He's genuinely a clever man. He's just seen you rescue us a point for us, and he's gone, now let's give him a new contract. Right, the question is, do we want to give him a new deal? He's 24. He's only got a year left on his contract. I think we're going to have to. Right, it's probably not a very good contract, but he's on 10 grand a week. It says a 2-year deal, but I think it's technically a 3-year deal because of when we're signing it. It's a 2-year deal. It's only a 2-year deal. Not ideal, so we've signed a 1-year extension and we've doubled his salary. Great. Right, we're going to go forward. We're going to play Silkeborg off camera. We'll return for the Brøndby game, who are currently down in 5th place. Are we guaranteed to finish where we are? No. We still technically could finish 2nd, partially because, I don't know if you spotted this, but in the last match, Copenhagen beat Viborg 6-0. So Viborg, despite the fact that they are 2nd place and have been there all season, still managed to get absolutely smashed by Copenhagen. We've managed to get ourselves into the FA Cup semi-finals to set up a match against AGF. It was a 1-1 draw against Silkeborg, and we basically played all of the children because I got concerned in the last match with the fitness, so we dropped literally everybody. It's going to be Pitterluga in goal, Mortensen, Olisema Jr. and Tan in defence for this one. Strunken, Madsen, Peter Montano, Meyer and Musikiri leading the line today. We've dropped a few people because basically we've got an injury to Barisic. He should be back fairly soon. And we've got, I say we've dropped a few people. We've dropped Barisic. That's literally it. I'm tempted to do that. Do we play Gay instead? Or do we play Markovic instead? I mean, Markovic, there's definitely something there, isn't there? There's definitely something good about Milos Markovic. We're going to go for that. I think the times that we've played Brøndby on camera, we normally do quite well. I think, didn't we win like 3-0 a few seasons ago on camera against Brøndby? So I'm hoping for more of the same. We've got ourselves an early chance, possibly. Markovic crosses it in. Pete's there at the back post, and we've taken the lead. Not even 4 minutes on the clock. Markovic is a striker, and he crossed that in from the left wing. I don't understand why that happened, but I'm not complaining. 15 minutes played, and looking at the match stats, Brøndby are doing nothing at all. They're doing absolutely nothing. I say that as they have themselves a highlight and probably are going to score from this, aren't they? It's Bell with the ball, plays it back to this man's name, crosses it in, and they have equalised. The flag's gone up. I don't think there's anything to complain about. I think it's 1-1. We're just seeing an instant replay. I don't know whether it's actually counting. I feel like it is. I don't think there's any reason for it to not count. I mean, surely it's 1-1. It is 1-1, and they've had one shot and scored it. And that is pretty much all that's happening in this match by the looks of it. It is going to be, maybe it's not going to be 1-1 at half-time. Junior and Duca with a free kick for us just inside our half. Madsen goes for a little run on the ground to Matteo Meyer. Now Markovic through to Pete. Can he get his second of the game? Pete can get his second of the game in off the post. We have scored and bookended the first half with a goal after 4 minutes, a goal after 46 as well. We're going to go in at the break. 2-1 to the good. And realistically, looking at those match stats, Brøndby have had 2 shots. So we are the better team. Let's just score another goal. Brøndby shouldn't score another goal in this game, realistically. And if they do, I want to have a 2-goal buffer. Mortensen with a throw for us just before the hour mark. Crossed in from Mortensen. Montano's there at the back post. Hermansen makes a very good save. Looking at our match ratings, our defenders, particularly Olisema and Nduka, are not doing very well at all. They're doing so bad, in fact. Junior Nduka is coming off. We're going to bring on Niakossi. I do like Niakossi, so I want to keep playing him as much as we possibly can. Strunk. Do we bring Strunk off for Mads Larsen? I think we do. Larsen and Madsen in the middle of the pitch. Meyer as well for... Let's do Musikiri. Bring on Musikiri. Markovic and Musikiri up front. We've still got 20 minutes to play. We've obviously still got 2 more subs that we can do if we feel like it. It is Mortensen's throw. Final 15, Pete with it, on a hat-trick, manages to get past his man, he's running for goal, Pete's going for goal as well, he wants that hat-trick. Although maybe he should have passed there, just a thought. Final 10 minutes, Brøndby's big kick-up field, but Musikiri has it, and now Pete, with acres and acres of space, he's going to go for goal himself, of course he's going to go for goal himself. He's gone over the bar, he's had so many chances now. Arguably though, they've kind of been, in a way, you can't blame him. He's on a hat-trick. He doesn't score hat-tricks too often in his career. Although, if Brøndby score a goal in the last few minutes, I'm not going to be too pleased. Musikiri to Markovic. Pete's got acres of space on that right-hand side. Montano to Erkan Tan. On the ground, straight to the feet of a Brøndby player. And now our counter-attack is on. This is not good. This is not good. This is definitely not good. This is horrendous. What is going on with our team? I'm pretty sure they've had 3 shots. Genuinely, I think they've had 3 shots and they've scored twice. Okay, they've had 8 shots apparently and scored twice, but still, I'm annoyed. We've got the ball in their penalty area. The match is still going on, so there's still a bit more time to possibly get something. Tan with it, who has to take fault really for their equalising goal, and then he's just done that. Fair enough. Claim that. Don't pretend you didn't mean it. Claim that one. That is you making amends for your cock up earlier, mate. This is ridiculous. Was this a cross? I feel like this couldn't have been a cross, because it was near absolutely nobody. I'm not going to complain. I am going to just press the pause button, click this, do a couple of subs. Mortensen can come off for Mossen. We'll also do Montano coming off for Klanak. That's all of our subs. Just a bit more time wasting there. And we might have just nicked 3 points here. I say nicked. We were in possession of the 3 points until we did some stupid things. Niakosi, don't be a late goal for Bromby again. Do not be doing this. Quintero to Thilander on the right-hand side. On the ground. Oh my word. Pitaluga's done a save. He's actually done a save, everybody. He's on a 6.4. He's just jumped to a 6.6. Corner comes in. Pitts comes out. Grabs hold of that one. I've just called him Pitts. Like that's his name. That's now his nickname, I think. Pitts is in goal. Here he goes. What are we going to do? We've got 1:10 to play. Pitaluga. Big kick. Good. That's what we want to see. Musakiri can't win a header because he's about 5'4". It's on the ground. Pitts make another save. Pitts makes another save. Maybe this is all we needed from a goalkeeper. Just give him a nickname and all of a sudden he turns into a world-class keeper. Malejo, to this man's name, kicks it straight into one of our players. Now Markovic needs to hold up play or get fouled. That also works. We've got 15 seconds. Surely this is game over. We're going to see the free kick. We're over the 94. Who's taking the free kick? Is it? It's Olisema. Okay, Olisema's the man to take it. I was going to say Nduka, but he's not on the pitch, is he? Olisema is the man then. Across to Niakosi. Sensible free kick. Run down the clock, everybody. Klanak plays through Markovic. Markovic is nowhere near that. And we are going to hopefully... We've won this game. No thanks to Tan, but also thanks to Tan. He ballsed it up and then somehow managed to score the most ridiculous fluky goal that you've ever seen. Also, the Bromby XG chart is like a quarter pipe in skateboarding. I'm cool. I know what skateboarding is. So, with that win, we are guaranteeing ourselves finishing 3rd place in the preliminary phase, which means we get £1.07 million. It's actually not a huge difference, is it? If we finish 3rd or 4th, it's not a big difference. But it's another £1 million for our bank. We've still got one more game to play, which I think it's Norgesland, isn't it? So we're going to play Norgesland off camera. There you see, we have to play AGF in the semi-finals. What's the other semi-final? It is Copenhagen... or it's Copenhagen in the final. If we get past AGF, it's Copenhagen. And to finish off the preliminary phase, then we do manage to beat Norgesland 1-0. Thanks to Pete once again. 41 points. We've managed to pick up 41 points in the preliminary phase. Just out of interest, how well did we do last year? So last year we would have finished 2nd with 41 points. So we are, I mean, we're kind of on par, aren't we? Let's be honest. Has the next phase been drawn? I don't think it has just yet. Obviously, we know who we're going to be playing. Which means next episode, there will be one episode which will cover the final kind of matches, which I think is like 10 matches. I don't know who's going to be in the episode. You might get 4 matches. I have no idea. I always do this, don't I? I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but that is going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll be back next time with the final episode of Season 6 with Esbjerg.